Since 1954, Terrebonne General has been a beacon of health and hope in our community. As we mark 7 decades of dedication to your well-being, Terrebonne General Health System remains committed to advancing healthcare, improving lives, and expanding our services to meet your evolving needs. In celebrating our past, we look forward to a future filled with promise and progress. Your health is our legacy. To discover more, visit tghealthsystem.com.
Bayou Times Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
I'm happy to be joined by Troy Jackson, my friend, the head basketball coach over at CCA. How you doing?
Busy.
I know, and listen, that's how we're going to start it off. You are an assistant football coach.
Yeah.
Y'all having probably one of the best years in school history, at least definitely in the LHSAA, right?
It's the best right now.
That being said, you're also the boys basketball.
Yes.
How's that working?
We haven't done anything for basketball. I got 14 on the roster, 10 of them play football.
So do you schedule to work that out? Did you schedule where everything starts a little later in
I
basketball?
did schedule where it starts a little bit later. But I may end up having to move a couple of games even now if we do what we were supposed to do. Big game tomorrow for the district championship, finish the season undefeated. We're looking at a first round bye, so that means you're not playing your first game until the 22nd. It's a home game. You win that one, you play your next one on the 29th. You win that one, so we're looking at, we just don't know. So the safest thing for me to do is probably to push that first week back a little bit, which I can, push it back a little bit just so I can be ready. Because right now I can't get him in the gym because I can't interfere with football right now.
I do understand that y'all are starting to make progress on even having something on campus facility related to that, because I know you do have to go off campus. But I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Even related to the situation that you're in, I know you were excited. I know this year. And listen, I get it last year, you lose Winslow and you lose the Robichaux kid.
Right.
But you got, the Carter kids coming back. So I know you were excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
How does this kind of play when you're sitting there going, man, obviously I want football to go as far as they could possibly go, but I know I'm going to have a good basketball season too.
Well, I want football. Right now, the priority is football.
That's what I was wondering.
The priority is football. I love football just as much as I love basketball. I love being out there with the boys. It's different for me. The defensive coordinator for our team is Markel Daigle. He played for me in middle school, played for me in high school, so it's good to see him out there, to be with him. He's the defensive coordinator, and I'm working up under him. So that's a lot of fun to see a kid that you watch grow up. And he went off, and of course he went to Texas Southern, played, and now he comes back, and watching him put his imprint on his alma mater. Jesse, of course, probably one of the best things we've done is go get Jesse and Jamal and the rest of those guys. Be Cole out there. It's just as I'm watching this team grow and develop, you just see a difference in the atmosphere and what's taking place. So I just got to sit back and kind of watch. So I can't do too much in regards to basketball, but I know what I got coming up.
And not only that, does that carry over to basketball? Just that attitude and everything.
Oh, I think it does. I watched them this summer. We didn't play much this summer. We played a couple, but it kind of took a step back a little bit for basketball because I had so many. They were doing a lot of 7-on-7s with the team. So we kind of took a step back. But when I watched the times I got to watch them play, and you see the Carter brothers, you see Bailey, you see Mikey, you see Patrick, and those guys start to work together. It's like, okay, you got to make it a really good team. 21 wins last year was good, but I think we can even do better than that this year. We scheduled pretty well this year, I think. Increased the intensity of the schedule because I know the caliber of the kids and the players that we have.
Very good. Where are you going to play this year? Or is it going to be kind of mixed?
We're going to play at Schriever again this year. It should be our last year. Like you said, you asked about the gym. They pulled up the softball field, broke up the concrete, got the equipment in there, had dirt being hauled in there for over a week. They're letting it settle right now. The pylons are going to get ready to get started. The process has started. So of course, we're excited about that because that gym is coming. We've been talking about it for years, but now here it is. You see the equipment over there. You see everything starting to move. And it's like, okay, the gym is coming.
Very good, very good. Listen, we wish you the best of luck, football and basketball, and we'll be looking out for the Lions.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So happy to be joined by Alicia Carey, the head girls basketball coach over at CCA. Welcome. Listen, I had mentioned to you before we got on air, this is a situation where you have to talk about your girls, but you also get to beam a little bit because your daughter's there. Your daughter has been one of your best players for the last couple of years, and congratulations, she's a cross-country winner too just recently. Talk about the girls in general, and talk about how volleyball might be affecting you right now.
Volleyball, it did affect us for a little bit. I actually have 3 volleyball players. One of them is ineligible this year, though. She will not be able to play. She'll just practice with us. But I have 2 volleyball players, so that's kind of messed us up as far as like practicing and everything else, and not being able to get in the gym as much as we want. We've only started practicing a little bit here and there. We're playing in a jamboree next week, but it's different. we pushed our schedule back for that reason.
Okay.
We don't officially start till after Thanksgiving break because I didn't know what they would do in the playoffs.
That makes sense. And listen, I mentioned Maddie won the district championship with cross country. That continued, right?
Yes.
So she goes to Natchitoches, right?
We actually go to regionals tomorrow. She competes at regionals tomorrow. I actually have 4 basketball players that are cross-country runners, and they all go to regionals tomorrow. Depending on what they do there, will determine if they go to state. And state's not until the 18th of November, so that also takes effect. I still have them running and conditioning, which a lot of my girls did it to condition for basketball. It was not because they just enjoy running; it's because they like the conditioning part of it. So,
but you don't frown upon that. I know you would be excited for
yes,
them, right?
Oh, definitely, and that's been my thing. Is you finish one sport before you go to the next. We support. CCA is not big as far as our numbers. We have to do that, or you're not going to have the numbers to play the next sport. So we know that. And that's one of the things that I enjoy and love about the school is that the coaches work together in that. Finish one before you start the next.
So you had a general understanding that you couldn't just jump into basketball totally gung-ho right from the very beginning.
Yeah.
That being said, you obviously know your girls you're going to have play basketball for you.
Yes.
What might we expect?
Well, I lost 2 seniors last year. Bethany was one of my seniors that I lost, and she, of course, was a huge impact on our team. But I do keep my daughter, Maddie Carey, and I keep Caroline Galliano, which is also my niece. I have both of them.
That I didn't know.
Both of them are seniors this year. And then I also have Cam Townsend, which is a sophomore this year. So those 3 were starters for me last year. Maddie and Caroline have been starters for me for 3. This is going on the 3rd year. So they've been starters since freshman year. Caroline and Maddie are probably they're my leaders on the team. Everything goes off of them. How they come into the game, how their attitude is, everything. That's how the girls pick up. They pick up off of them. It's not even me. It's not me that they pick up. And that's what I want.
They're your player leaders, right?
Yes, they're definitely my leaders on that team. And that has been, as a coach, it's great to see that. As a mom, it's even better to see that because I like that they don't think Maddie's getting that spot because her mom's out there. Because I can tell you now, I am her toughest critic.
I would wonder about that. Does it get to be a point in time where sometimes you go home and you're talking to your husband and stuff and you're thinking, I don't know if I'm doing Maddie right, if that makes any sense?
Yeah, a lot. But my husband sits on the bench with me also. He is my assistant coach. So Maddie has it. She don't have a chance, honestly. She has her mom and her dad coaching her. And we try. What I'm trying this year has been different in the past. I sat on our AAU. I helped with AAU this summer. And seeing how I took a different role. I was an assistant coach instead of a head coach. And seeing what my role was at that point was what my husband's role is on my team now. And when we leave the game, I want to tell her the things that she did well, instead of constantly telling her, you could have done this better, you could have done that. And that is my goal for this year. And that's not just with my daughter, that's with my niece, that's with my entire team.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to understand when win or lose, that doesn't matter.
Well, you're the number 10 seed last year. Do the goals become loftier? Do you think? I mean, in the deepest recesses of your mind, are you like, I expect more from us even this year?
I do. I do, because I want us to be better than what we were. I don't ever want to be just content with being what we were. I want us to constantly be better. And my schedule, I think, shows that. I'm not just playing some of the lower schools. I'm not just playing 1A schools. I'm not playing C schools all the time. I'm playing, I think I play Central Lafourche this year. I play Ellender this year. I played Terrebonne this year. I'm getting some of those bigger schools. And the girls have looked at me and asked why. But I've always told them, you get better based off of your competition.
No doubt.
You don't get better if you don't play up. And I want those girls to understand that in life, that's life too. You don't just go through it doing the easy stuff. Sometimes it takes the hard stuff to make you stronger. So
makes sense. Just last question. Y'all have started doing what Coach Jackson are doing and playing at Shreva for the games,
Yes.
or do you? Because y'all usually play at the same time, right?
yes, our schedule is very, most of it is with the boys. And all of our home games this year are at Shreva.
Very good,
Yes.
very good. Best of luck this upcoming
Thank
year.
you.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.